Yo, what's going on? Deltanian here, and today it's gonna be a little different because we're actually gonna be just looking at one deck. Typically, I like to run like 2 or 3 decks in these videos, but this deck has a lot of Pokemon and it has a lot of variations, so I thought running this deck multiple times would just showcase it a lot better. I forgot to add the flares, so forgive me. And what makes this deck interesting is it did pretty well in a pretty big tournament, and it's running both Arcanine and Charizard. But the thing that makes it interesting isn't the fact that it's running Arcanine and Charizard, which is interesting. It's the fact that you're running one Growlithe, 2 Charmanders, and 2 Moltres. Now, why isn't running only one Growlithe important? Because you're actually running 2 Arcanines. So you're basically banking on the fact that you can pull Arcanine after you get Growlithe online. And hopefully, versus Pikachu decks, you could just get online really quickly, get some lucky spins with Moltres, X-Speed out, and then be able to one-shot Pika. Most of Pika's deck actually gets one-shot by Arcanine. If you wanted to risk this deck, let me show the whole deck list. If you wanted to take a risk with this deck, you could probably drop an Arcanine for, what's it called? Giovanni. And then you'll be able to one-shot everything in the Pikachu deck list, but that's a little bit risky, so this is the deck if anyone wants to use it themselves. But let's actually hop into a game. Alright, first match. Let's see if we get lucky today. We're starting second. Could be good if we start with Moltres and another fire type. We do not, but we don't have X-Speed, so this is awesome. Hopefully that Pokeball can give us a Moltres here and we can pull an X-Speed. That would be best case scenario. But we're fighting Geodude. I don't know what to expect versus Geodude. Okay. I guess things did not go how my opponent planned. I don't know. That was weird. And we're starting with Charmander a lot, but this time we have X-Speed, we have Professor Research, so we have a pretty good chance of getting Moltres. And they're running a Dragonite, which means they're running a slower deck. And they could get unlucky with the energy. So maybe we're in a good spot. We already got Charmeleon online. Ooh, and they're running Snom as well. If they get an energy here, they will be able to sleep us next time if they have Snom in there. What is it, Frostmoth? Yeah. But they didn't get that. Okay, we got 2 X-Speeds, but what we're really looking for here is a Moltres. We got Pokeball and we got Charizard. So we have the whole Charizard line. Did we get Moltres? Damn it. Well, that first Pikachu so far is probably... That's not a Pikachu. The first Charmander so far is probably a Sacrificial Lamb. Looks like Buddy's gonna get knocked out. Does Frostmoth take a colorless energy or is it 2 water? I actually don't know that off the top of my head. Yeah. Moltres soon would be great. Hopefully this is not Growlithe. This is the part where if it was just a standard Charmander deck, it would be better. But we do get Moltres. That's great. Now we X-Speed. And Charizard is going to be online pretty quickly. Granted they don't have a red card. We're looking good. Now that's obviously a possibility that they could have it. Let's see. And they put their energy... Whoa, that was weird. They put their energy on Dragonite, which is a bit greedy. I feel like you definitely might have wanted to get Snom online. Maybe that's me. Especially since you have multiple electric coming up. But maybe they're banking on a good Misty this time. Or maybe they just gave up on Frostmoth. They're actually going for the 40 damage with Dratini. Interesting. Well, 50 actually, because they use Geo. I'm not worried about that at the moment. We're just building up. We might as well Zard now, right? We got Zard pretty quickly. And we're just gonna Inferno Dance. Honestly, I wouldn't mind getting a Growlithe. Maybe I would, I don't know. decent flip this time. The first flip was insane, and not in a good way. But they have Dragonair already. But the weird thing is, they're evolving the one in the back with no energy. Okay. I guess it's a tank, it looks like. And it looks like they're hoping they get a second one. That's an interesting... Oh, they already have it. That's an interesting thought process for sure. Looks like Snom might just be a sacrificial lamb. Oh, we could have had the better arts there. Either way, we're gonna put that into Moltres, I think. We don't have a lot of HP on our field, so... If they get Dragonite next turn... If the cards that they have is Dragonite and X-Speed, they could win. Also, our Moltres flips are going very badly. It's a good thing we're using this deck more than once. Or else, I don't know, this would be a bad showing, honestly. So far, we have not had the best luck. I mean, we got our Charizard online quick, which is good. But apart from that, we're not really having the best luck. Funnily enough. We got Charmeleon and another Arcanine. Okay. We got some more HP on the field, and we're going to potion our Moltres as well. And we're actually just going to take the KO here on Snom. Force their hand. We either force them into Dragonair, which doesn't really accomplish much for us, but if they don't have Dragonite, it could put them in a weird spot. Because then we could just Crimson Storm with Charizard 2 turns in a row. And they need to get a 200 on Charizard for that to really be bad for us. Okay, we get Charizard back again, so we actually have a lot of HP on our side. I think they have no chance now. Especially pulling a Sabrina. That's gonna be curtains. This is curtains for my opponent here. We have too much HP on our board. We're gonna Sabrina them. And that's gonna be the end of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a forfeit here. They actually don't. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's hop back in. Alright. Feels a little weird hopping in with the same deck, but also feels nice. I know what I'm working with. We got Moltres start. We got 2 Professor Research, so we have a good chance of getting another basic. But we are fighting a water type deck, so they could Misty here, and that would be detrimental. We would get an Infernal Dance off, which was not the worst, but not how you want things to go. Let's see, do they have Misty? Yet. They don't. Misty, turn 1. Okay, so we get a couple turns to set up at the very least. But they get a lot of cards in their hand. But they are running double basics, which leads me to believe Starmie is a part of this deck. Because you can only run 2 Articuno, so... There is another water type in here. Ooh, it's Psyduck, actually. Golduck is pretty solid. Psyduck is also pretty solid, honestly. Being able to stop your opponents from being able to use support on the first turn can actually be pretty strong. This might even be an Arcanine game if we could get online quick. Ah, man. So we're wasting our first turn of energy here. Which does happen. Even though we have a lot more basics than usual in this deck. Right? We got 4 still in our deck. 4 out of 12. Hopefully they don't get anything here. But that's a bit greedy of me to ask. They have a 50% chance to get at least 1. Yeah. And they're going to be able to get 40 damage. It's not a lot, but does hinder me a little bit in my ability to dance right now. What would be the best thing for us here? Do we even want Charmander or do we want Growlithe? I don't even know here. Who do we get? Another Moltres. That's definitely not what we're looking for. Maybe. Charmander. Okay, Charmander would know Charmeleon. I wonder... They can't do 100 damage here, but they could Sabrina us. So we're gonna put down the other Moltres. Okay. And we're gonna dance. And we might divvy the energy between the two, actually, depending on how much we get. We get 2. I think we're gonna put 1 into Moltres in case they do Sabrina, so we can actually retreat here. And we might actually want to retreat anyways with this Moltres next turn. Okay, they red card us. That's fine, I think. Hopefully we get Charmeleon here. We get Growlithe, Arcanine, Charmander. Okay. No, Charmeleon does suck, but we could pivot to using Growlithe, Arcanine instead. Problem being... It's not really a problem, actually. Other than the fact that Moltres will perish in 2 turns. That's kind of annoying, right? Let's do this. We're gonna retreat into Moltres. I wonder if we Sabrina them to try to stall them. If they just switch in Golduck, we don't really accomplish anything. But I guess it's worth a use. I don't know. I don't think it actually is. The problem is Arcanine's gonna take a lot of damage here. And then Moltres in the back just annoys us. But let's try it. Let's pivot to an Arcanine type thing. We're gonna hit them for 120. They hit us for 120 because they get 10 this turn. And then 100 when I switch in. And I do 20 to myself. So I'm gonna have exactly 10 HP left. And then Moltres gets KO'd. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We needed to draw a potion here. Well, I guess they just win next turn. Yeah. I wonder if I misplayed there. We're gonna try to win, though, obviously. We're gonna live here, but Moltres is gonna perish. We have enough HP, right? They can't even take us out with a Geo. We're gonna have to retreat, though. Obviously. And they potion. Okay, that makes sense. They're not in Charmander range anymore. Well, they actually double potion. Interesting. If we had a potion here, we would have been good. Because then we can just attack with Arcanine again. But now we can't risk it. Now we can't afford it. Charmeleon would have been a good thing to get, but we didn't get that at any point this game. So it's too late now. And we got another Arcanine. That's not really gonna help. I mean, we could be petty and take our KO at least. Hold this for us. Maybe there was a way out, but I didn't see it personally. So there we go. Got our 2 points, but they got their 3rd. So yeah. Well, to be fair, Growlithe is only really for Pikachu in this deck, so that was a bit unfair for it. We got Moltres, and we're gonna get a basic guaranteed. Problem is we're first turn, so if it's Charmeleon, this is fine, actually. We get to evolve a lot quicker. Oh, we get Charmander right there, actually. Nice. And we got Growlithe. I don't think we need Growlithe in this matchup, so we're not gonna put it down. Yeah. They can't really do anything yet. The most annoying thing they could do is Sabrina us here. Which, that would be just petty, honestly. Ooh, Gengar. Interesting. I wonder which version of Gengar this is? Okay. I don't mind putting Growlithe down now that we have an X-Speed. We're gonna evolve. We got Charizard already, unless they have red card next turn. And if we get some pretty good energy draws... Maybe we even put Arcanine out there? If we get, like, 2? Okay. I wonder... I'm gonna go for Charmeleon. We got Zard already, right? We got Zard already. Let's just not even play with Arcanine. Let's not even play with it. And they just start their routes now, so... We got another turn of dancing here, at least. Do we put the energy into Charmeleon? I guess we do, right? We just want to get 2 energy here, then we're good. If we get 2 energy here, we can cook. You have a 2 retreat cost, so we're actually not going to evolve you. 2 energy here and we cook. It's not like a guaranteed win. Well, it kind of is, unless they get both evolutions. Okay, no energy. Awesome. Great. That's exactly what I was looking for, actually. Well, I'm just going to dance again and let Moltres go down then. No point of risking anything else. But that was kind of tragic. If we got 2, we could have just retreated into Charizard next turn. And then KO'd Mewtwo in 1 hit. Now they gotta do some thinking. What are they thinking? I'm just gonna dance again, I guess. Moltres is gonna go down to side drive. But we do take the KO back in return. And we mostly sweep the rest of their team. I think. At least. Let's see. Does another 50. The problem is they don't even need to use their big attack, I guess. But does that actually make a difference? We're gonna one-shot them. And we don't have a potion or anything anyways. I don't want Arcanine out in the front. So we're just gonna dance. We got 1, 2. Okay, that's not bad. We're gonna put in the Charizard so we can do the big attack 2 turns in a row now. Because we have 5 energy. And we generate at least 1 energy per turn. So even if they don't attack us here for whatever reason, the only thing they could really do is switch Mewtwo out. And I don't predict them doing that. Even though that's the smart play here. Not everyone plays smart all the time. Okay, they do it though. Okay. But I don't think anything on their team can take Moltres out, so... That's kind of maybe not the best on their side. We're just gonna retreat our Moltres here. We're just gonna retreat our Moltres. We can just attack with Zard. We can eat a Mewtwo side drive, so... We're not even worried about that. So we could pick up 2 KOs in a row here. I think that's smart. I don't know. Got Charizard here. I think now is when we pull out the Arcanine. We're gonna XP, I guess. Okay. And we could just Claw here, so we're actually gonna put the energy onto Arcanine. In case we need to retreat it. We could just be Petty and Sabrina. But we don't want Gengar to be able to do anything. We're just gonna Slash. And then we can Crimson Storm 2 turns in a row. Even if Mewtwo comes in, we have 180 health. Even if they Sabrina us, we can sack our Moltres. Okay, Gardevoir. Ooh, I didn't take into account that Gardevoir could get us in the KO range for Mewtwo, I guess. Right? That's kind of awkward. Okay, so what do we do here in this position? You do that. Do I just Sabrina Gastly? Or do I retreat? They haven't taken a prize point yet. I think I still retreat into Arcanine, I guess. They could switch in Mewtwo, though, and one-shot us. But if they do that, then we switch in Charizard and one-shot them and win, so... Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I think this is fine. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But if they switch into Mewtwo and one-shot us, then we switch in Charizard and one-shot them and win, so... yeah. I think we got this game set. Because we're going to take out Gardevoir next turn. If they don't switch. And then we're still stuck in there. They have to take us out eventually. And if they don't, we just two-shot. Sabrina... does Sabrina foil our plans at all? Let's see. We're gonna sack Moltres. How does this affect us? Ghastly switches in. Okay. Let's see. What's happening here? Do we need potion? I don't know. Do I switch an Arcanine? I kind of am in a weird spot now. I feel. I'm kind of in a weird spot. Positioning wise. Sabrina is not gonna help. I think they won. Right? I think they won. That's Sabrina here. Because they have just enough energy on their field to be able to win. I think. Unless... no, because they could... they have just enough energy to do everything, really. Yeah, they got us here. They got us good. There's no way to win. We just needed another potion. Even if we don't attack them here... they Psy Shadow and then switch to Mewtwo and put the energy. My opponent played well, right? They found their win con, and they did it. I guess that turn where I sacked Moltres, I should have switched in Zard. But then they just take out Zard. But maybe that's fine? I don't know. Doesn't sound fine. Anyways, we lost, but... we played okay, I think. Let's hop into the next match. Alright, so that last match happened. Let's talk about what I think about the deck now. Personally, I do think this is not the best version of Fire. I wouldn't run this version of Fire, but I do also think that Fire is missing something. I think Fire is missing kind of like a stage 1 support card, I guess. Something like a Meowth but for fire types. And we got a Mewtwo rematch, I guess. With Ghastly again, interesting. This is not what I want to see. I think fire types need like a utility Pokemon right now, I guess. Is the best way to put it. Something like a Moltres, but obviously not an EX. That you could just slap in there and it always feels good to have in there. Maybe something with a low retreat cost. I don't know, just pretty much anything, really. This is really awesome hand here. We could just use any fire type with low energy, low retreat cost that has some form of support for us. Whether it be disruption or support, I guess. Like if it poisoned, that could stop a lot of early leads versus us. Okay, we're taking 50 here. Hopefully we get something soon. Or else we're gonna do one more match because I'm not trying to just lose instantly, right? There's no fun in that. We take 60. Not a big deal. Okay, we're just gonna hop back in. I don't like how this match is going. We have 5 basics, by the way. Alright, good thing about this game, no ranked yet, so we could just forfeit like that. We got Moltres and Charmander. This is more what I'm talking about. We can make this work, right? Obviously it's versus water, which is scary. Especially when they get the advantage of going second. Ooh, but it's not what we thought. It could be Dragonite. That's my current headcanon. We're just gonna do that, I guess. It's looking like a Dragonite based on Chansey being in the deck. Let's see. Okay, they got Professor. Okay. Pokeball. There's Meowth. There's red card, that's fine. Our hand wasn't anything crazy. Pokeball, Research, Charmeleon. Perfect, we got a Charmeleon already. 3 energy for 60 damage is insane, by the way. Not in a good way. It doesn't matter who we actually evolve here. Never mind, this is Moltres. I thought I was getting a second Charmeleon, to be honest. Let's just keep drawing stuff, even though they could red card us again. We don't want to get the Research again. Well, I guess technically we do. I don't know. Let's just dance. Let's not think about it. And let's get good rolls, because we're due good rolls now. And that's an okay roll, I guess. I mean, I guess I can't complain about that personally. This is insane, by the way. What does my opponent think about that? They're not doing anything yet. Honestly, for 20 less health and 10 less damage, you get Tauros. That's probably better. But Kangaskhan ultimately is way better. There's the Dragonite. Thought so. 1 energy, 30 damage or 60 damage. Or 0. 50% chance you get 30. And then 12% on 60 and 0. That's not the end of the world. We're going to put the energy onto Moltres. We're gonna Research. We got Arcanine here. Kinda got everything, right? And we're just gonna dance again. And let's see if we can get Charizard built up like that. That's one insane thing about this deck. I was due for that. Not mad. I was due for that. That's the thing about decks like this. There are some inconsistencies, but sometimes you get Charizard on turn 3. Sometimes he's the last card that you pull. That's the problem with stage 3s right now. An item like Rare Candy could help alleviate something like that, but I'm not sure if that's something the Pokemon Company wants to add to this game. I could definitely see why they wouldn't want to. Wonder if we take our KO here. Is that worth it, or do we just chip Chansey twice? We have so much HP, I think it's worth actually just chipping Chansey twice. And then starting to put the fire energy into Charizard. You know what I meant. Unless the Draco Meteor specifically chooses to target Charizard for 200, I think we're good. Okay, that's fine. Charizard still can slap you for 60 here. So this actually just saves me from using an X-Speed. So we have it for Charizard in the near future. Assuming we don't get hit blasted for 200, which is possible. Charizard might not like me. What is my opponent thinking? Are they thinking sad things? That they should be. We kind of caught them cornered. We're gonna hit them with a slash. Chansey's gone. And is Dragonite gonna hit me for 200? Let's find out. I mean, we have so much HP across the board, right? So I would really hope that that wouldn't happen. They're really thinking though. Are they gonna send in Meowth instead? As a sacrificial lamb? It wouldn't even help considering I have Slash here. I think they just gotta go for Draco. Which is what they ended up doing. Okay. They just need to hit 200 on Charizard if they want a chance. It would be a lot more than a chance, though. I think they kind of win. Okay, we're fine. Nobody gets KO'd here. We're going to potion... Okay, never mind. Alright, if you made it to the end, consider subscribing. And with that being said, this is Delta and out. Peace.